2 HOH competitions, 2 vetoes, and tonight, 2 more house guests will be evicted. Welcome to Double Eviction Night on Big Brother. Good evening, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother. Tonight, the first double eviction shakes up the game. Which 2 house guests will walk out the door? We'll find out soon enough. But first, with a stray vote to evict Julia, major cracks in the Dan's Biggest Shocker alliance have started to form. This competition begins now. Good luck, house guests.
I was in the problem-solving club in 5th grade where we came in early on Wednesdays to solve logic problems, so I'm a vet here. I got this one.
I watched too much Criminal Minds and played too much Clue not to completely fangirl over this comp. This is my kind of comp. I think I can win.
I think I have confidence I can do well in this comp. I'm usually good at solving riddles and puzzles like this, but I know there are other heroes who are really smart too.
You know, when this comp started, I felt so confident with my little pen and my little paper and my little brain, and I write all the things out and go, okay, time to start thinking. And I'm so rudely interrupted by the fact that Caitlin already buzzed in.
Never mind. Forget when I said I think I can do well in this comp.
So my plan for this game is to follow the directions and then try to logically fill out the rest. Easy enough, right? So, I'm really bad at this.
My stomach just dropped. I'm so nervous right now.
Congratulations, Grace. You are the first new head of household.
Yes, I finally won an HOH. Either Luke or Juliana needs to pull through or we're toast.
Grace just won for the heroes, and I'm so close for the villains. I'm staring at this paper and I realize that the virus died 1 hour before the macaw, and the only options left are 3, 4, and 5. And only the dolphin and macaw can die at 4 and 5, and that means the virus died at 3, the macaw died at 4, and the dolphin... And then Bella DeShays buzzes in.
Congratulations, Grace and Bella. You are the new heads of household.
Okay, I'm glad Bella won this. With Grace though, I have a feeling she could put me up with the excuse that I put her up during my HOH, which makes complete sense.
Grace winning is one of the possibilities I haven't considered. I think she's pretty much a puppet for the Season 3 Alliance, who are looking to target Erin, Ross, and Bella. Which this does not sound like the ideal scenario, but it's not me, and I'll take it. Hopefully the target is not Ross, so that way me and him can keep our duo going.
I should be good this week. I'm good with Grace, And why would Bella go after me? Like, I get that later in the game she will definitely need to get me out, but not now. It's stupid to get me out now.
Right after the competition is over, Bella pulls Grace upstairs to talk. She says that in the past, she knows that the two HOHs have guaranteed each other's safety, no matter who is dethroned. Bella says that she would very much like to do this, as it would benefit both of them. Grace says she's in, which makes Bella very happy. Grace meets with Season 3. She says that now that they have power, they need to attack their targets. Julia has escaped too many evictions and is a prime person to nominate initially. David is also a huge threat that people should be fine with leaving. Ideally, though, they'd be able to backdoor Ross at the end of the week. But as long as they are safe, it doesn't matter.
Ross or David, Ross or David, Ross or David, and then who? I made it very clear I don't want Julia to stay, so I wouldn't be opposed to putting her up. And David is probably a safer option than Ross, just because putting Ross up would piss off Bella, and I want to keep up the illusion of a good relationship. If the veto gets used, then I go with Ross.
Bella also needs to come up with her nominations. The problem is, the one rogue vote is sending her for a loop. She doesn't know who flipped last minute, and it's making her nervous.
The way my heart is beating, I don't really know who flipped. I feel like someone just got bored. I think it was Anthony V or Aaron.
I vote to evict Julia. I'm probably not going to tell Bella the vote was me, just because it was a stupid move, and she'll ask me why I did it, and I won't have a reason.
Ross goes to Bella, telling her that he was the one rogue vote.
Okay, I told her.
Bruh, Ross did it. That's so annoying. I knew it was because someone got bored. Ugh.
Bella is literally ready to kill Ross for causing her stress, but is glad to hear it was him and not someone else. She says that she plans to do the exact same thing their group has done for the past 3 evictions now. She will nominate Juliana next to a pawn, who will throw the comp, keeping her as HOH. Then, they will either take out Juliana or backdoor Luke. Easy week. Looking for a pawn, Bella thinks that it will look the least suspicious if she nominates Juliana next to another winner. She goes to James, the person she's known for the least, telling him the plan. He says he's on board.
Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
After thinking about it, though, he says he'd really rather not go up, seeing as there was a rogue vote last week. Bella urges him that she really thinks it'll be fine. She says that it was probably no big thing, and someone probably just got bored. Meanwhile, Anthony H. goes to Grace, not only trying to save himself, but also trying to see if she'd backdoor someone like Bella or Ross if she somehow stayed in power. Grace, trusting him, tells him her current plan. Anthony H., making sure he's covered on all sides, gives Grace a totally new original plan that hasn't been done yet. Maybe, just maybe, if she puts up one of her allies, they can lose the HVV comp on purpose, keeping her as the HOH. Grace says that is so evil, but it just might work. Anthony H. warns her, though, saying that Bella is probably going to do the same thing, nominating Juliana and a pawn, trying to stay HOH herself.
I think I've established myself as a swing vote that no one's keen on nominating for a bit. The best situation for my game is that Bella gets out this week because I need to keep both sides balanced. It's a risky gambit, but I think I can do it if Grace is receptive to my thoughts.
I'm so frustrated with everyone in this house.
Grace goes back to Season 3 with the info, saying that Bella is going to nominate Juliana and a pawn so that she can stay HOH. And then they're just going to do the same thing that they've done the past 3 weeks, and one of them will be leaving again.
What the hell? What the hell? You, Bella. I'm gone. I'm so gone.
It clicks right then and there that this is what's been happening these past few weeks, and that literally everyone has been in on it. Now that they know exactly what the other side has been doing, they need to beat them at their own game. If Bella wants to stay HOH so badly, then they might as well get something good out of it. Luke says that if Grace nominates 2 of them, and the pawn on Bella's side throws it, then 2 of them will be safe. All they have to do is win the veto, and then they can't backdoor anyone. They all acknowledge that this plan is so risky and has a very small chance of working, but at this point, they have no other choice and nothing to lose.
The fact that they're just picking us off one by one is pathetic. I'm sorry, but the work that gets put into this shit just to see it played out like how it's being played out is unfair not only to the people working on it, but to the people that enjoy this game.
I hate people pretending to be my allies. Like, I know I only have 3 real allies. If they seriously think we don't see through them, they're delusional. They're literally so obsessed. Fan behavior. Jealousy is a disease. Get well soon. XO.
I think it's time to come clean about the deal I made with David and Anthony. Hopefully this saves us.
Before they move forward anymore, Reza presents the group with some info. He tells them that back in week 2, before Dan was backdoored, he made a deal with David, Anthony V, and Ross to throw the HVV comp to save them, getting eternal protection in return. He says that out of Juliana, Luke, and himself, he is probably the most likely to stay. If he goes on the block on Bella's side and throws, he can keep Luke and Juliana safe, hopefully being able to cash in that protection from David, Anthony, and Ross.
So there is a path for all 4 of us to get safety. I put Juliana and Luke up. They win the Heroes vs. Villains comp, so they get safety. I have to get picked and win the veto, so I get safety. I take Reza off the block, so he gets safety. This is the craziest plan I've ever been a part of, and what's even crazier is that if everything falls exactly right, this could actually work. You know in Legally Blonde the musical, when Ella's leaving, and her and Emmett have their moment, and they sing, "We're the best thing about this place." That's how I feel about the Season 3 alliance right now.
With that, Grace goes to Bella, asking if she has any thoughts on who she's going to nominate. Bella says that she actually does. Before Bella can say anything else, though, Grace says that she does too, and that she calls dibs on nominating Juliana and Luke. She then leaves the room.
Oh, oops, I am pretty sure I just blew up Bella's entire plan, and I am not sorry about it. Thinking about how badly Bella wanted to nominate me is going to put me to sleep tonight. Like, aw, you're really that threatened by me? That's so sweet. Too bad.
Bella goes to the whole group, saying that they need a new plan now. She tells them that Grace is going to nominate Luke and Juliana. Everyone is so confused as to why she's doing this. Is she stupid? Luke and Juliana are totally gonna throw the comp. That's the only answer, right? David pipes in though, saying that maybe their goal is to win it, which would make them safe. They all see that they might be being outsmarted here. They go off, saying that this is just their luck. Bella asks them what the new plan should be. Alex jumps in, saying that if they are trying to win it, then should they nominate 2 people on their side to win it as well? Maybe like David and Ross, who both have good comp records? Aaron says that that would be good, but then it could leave 2 of their people extremely vulnerable. Bella asks if nominating Reza and the pawn would be good. The group says maybe, but then Reza could just throw the comp too, giving them what they want. Bella says that if she is generated to pick the nominations first, she is just going to ignore everything that Grace wants and do her original plan. Anthony H pipes in though, saying that he really doesn't think that she should nominate Juliana.
Putting up Reza is not a good idea. He can just try to throw the heroes versus villains comp, then we're stuck with Reza and one of us as the nominees. Plus, Luke and Juliana, our targets, will be safe. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But hey, as long as it's not me on the block.
If the worst case scenario happens, I might volunteer as tribute to go up for Bella.
If I go up as a pawn, what are the odds that I'm going to be good at this HVV competition?
Aaron pulls Anthony V aside, saying that Anthony H has been super suspicious and is always trying to control things. Need be, if someone from their group is going to go home, maybe they should try to get the votes on him.
Bella better not put me up. Do you think Bella thinks I'm trying to control her nominations? Because I'm literally not. If she puts me up, I'm not throwing the comp.
Really hoping Grace doesn't put me up this week, even though I put her up a few weeks back.
There's nothing I can do to get off the block if Grace doesn't talk to me about the noms. This is really pissing me off. Just play the game, everyone.
Can't believe I'm about to do this. This is literally insane. My hands do be shaking, my chest is physically hurting, I am suffering. Hey everyone, it's time for the nomination ceremony. This is the nomination ceremony. It is our duty as the heads of household to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. In our nomination blocks are the keys of the house guests we are nominating for eviction. We will each turn 2 keys to lock in our nominations, and their faces will appear on the memory wall. The first house guest I have nominated is the next house guest I have nominated is I have nominated you, Luke, and you, Juliana, because
The first house guest I have nominated is the next house guest I have nominated is I have nominated you, Ross, and you, Reza, because both your names start with R. This nomination ceremony is adjourned.
Not me getting away from this plan safe yet again.
Okay, maybe Bella won't go home this time, but I'm okay with it being Reza instead of Juliana.
Go away, Grace. If I say head of household and someone were to take Ross down, I would put her up immediately. I don't care about my promise to her.
A risky plan has been put in place that could possibly save Season 3 this week. Will it succeed? Stay with us. Welcome back to Big Brother. The nominations threw everyone for a loop this week. With the game starting to shake up, nobody knows where their true loyalty lies.
Anthony V and Erin talk about the nominations. They say that having Reza next to Ross is actually a really interesting scenario. Reza is posing no threat to them whatsoever, and Ross is someone who would just be so much fun to take out. They count the votes. Assuming that Season 3 would be on board, they'd only have to convince 2 people. Maybe, this time, they will actually flip the vote. First, they have to wait and see how the HVV comp plays out first.
Grace low-key be my number 1 target right now, but if Reza and Ross are the final noms, I might try to get Ross out. Ooh.
Ross, suspicious of what Grace's plan could possibly be, goes to Reza and asks what his plans for the competition are. Reza, playing dumb as to why Ross is asking him, says that he plans to win. What else would there be to do? Ross says that he just wanted to make sure, as it seems like Grace has some sort of plan. Reza acts as if this is the first time he's ever heard about this, and says that if there is, he is thoroughly out of the loop. This checks out in Ross's head, but he is certainly still suspicious.
Mind games. I'm not doing a psych minor for nothing.
Hey everyone, it's time for the Heroes vs. Villain competition. Head out to the backyard and we'll get things started. It's time for the Heroes vs. Villains competition, where Grace's nominees will battle Bella's nominees in order to earn safety for the week. This competition is called Sock It Up, and here's how it works. On go, you will be shown 9 individual socks that do not have a pair. You must race into the BB laundromat and find a sock that matches one on the board. When you have found a match, bring it back to your station. The first team to gather 5 pairs of socks will earn safety for the week and will dethrone the HOH that nominated them. Are you ready to play Sock It Up?
I won this competition back in Season 2. Hopefully I can pull through and do the same thing right now.
I have to win this tonight or else I'm so dead. This is so nerve-wracking, oh my god. I'm so bad at this kind of stuff.
On your marks, get set, go! Ross comes back with the first sock, putting him and Reza in the lead.
Oh my god, my heart is racing.
Luke comes back with his first sock for him and Juliana. The score is tied.
I'm looking at this mess of colors I see in front of me, and I'm just gonna sit here.
Juliana scores. It is now 2-1.
It's so hard going back and forth trying to find these socks. I literally have to go to the main sock board and then look through all the piles of socks to find a matching one. It's like when you have one sock in the drawer and you're going through all the other socks to find a matching pair.
Luke scores, making it 3-1. Juliana scores. She and Luke only need one more match to win. Luke makes his final match, which means, congratulations Luke and Juliana! You have earned safety for the week. Unfortunately, Grace, that means you have been dethroned as HOH.
Big Brother Season 3 crown winner! Luke and I do be here for another week. As we should. Dynamic duo right here.
hope everyone is aware that I'm doing everything I can to keep my group safe, even at the expense of myself. It makes me very sad, but there's not much else we can do. I've got to hope for this veto now.
Juliana, absolutely sick of being picked off one by one, knowing that she has succeeded in getting under everyone else's skin by winning, goes on a little parade, not giving a damn what people think.
You ever met a bitch more concerned about you than you?
Luke chimes in too, saying that he has. Juliana then blows kisses to the house, expressing her love for all of them. The rest of the house is just fed up. How dare they speak up after being belittled and lied to for weeks now? Here are some of the amazing things that they said. Does it ever stop? Literally, just shut up. Anyone want to help Reza and get him out of their cult? I don't ever want to hear them speak. I don't even care anymore. Let's blow kisses to them once we evict them all. Shut up, Luke. So annoying.
Hey everyone, it's time to pick players for the veto competition. Only 6 people will participate in the veto competition: the head of household, the 2 nominees, and 3 other players selected by random draw. Will the nominees please join me up here? I, along with the 2 nominees, will pull a chip to determine the other players competing. If your name is drawn, you will also compete. As head of household, I will choose first. Alex.
Anthony V.
Okay, but me playing in veto, period.
Dear God, I'm physically shaking. I need this veto.
Caitlin.
Okay, positive thing. I'm really happy with the veto picks. Big Brother will inform us when the competition is to begin. Good luck!
The large group celebrates that the veto players actually went their way. Wow, something actually is going our way? You know, because their time in the game has been so hard so far. Literally, Season 3 deserves nothing. I promised Grace safety, but I don't care anymore. Her. At least we like everyone that's playing in the veto. Well, everyone except Reza.
Everything happening right now is so strange. Like, I feel like the Dan's Biggest Mistake Alliance has had the same strategy every round, and this round I'm not sure how it's going to play out. But we have a good group playing in the veto. We'll see, I guess.
Meanwhile, the Season 3 Alliance meets up and regroups, trying to think out a new way for all of them to stay, since the veto draw wasn't in their favor. They say that the odds of them all staying are pretty much 0. The only hope that they have is for Reza to win the veto and save himself, meaning that Bella would probably put up Grace despite the safety deal. They'd have to pray that they could flip the votes onto Ross, but with literally everyone against them, there is almost no hope.
If Grace or Reza leave this week, I'm going to feel beyond guilty.
I'm in trouble. I am in big trouble, and nobody else seems to be grasping that.
Grace, hoping by some grace of God that Bella is the least bit honest, goes to her and reminds her that they promised each other safety. Bella gives Grace the cold shoulder and doesn't respond, though.
I'm not answering Grace. She deserves nothing. Let's see how many times she talks to me before she realizes that I don't care.
Holy she wants to put me up so bad. She wants to put me up so bad. I'm gonna at least try to save my ass.
Meanwhile, the big group is still trashing on Season 3, because clearly they are just superior as human beings, and had nothing to do with why the remaining Season 3 people are so upset with how they're being treated. Here are some more fun quotes from the group. They've lied to us this whole game. I've been honest with them every round. I just want to spoil their plans. They can't keep feeling like they have any power. Grace is so dumb. Julia and Luke are just using her. Luke's arrogance. Yikes.
Hey everyone, unmute yourselves and turn your cameras on. It's time for the veto competition. Head out to the backyard and get things started. This competition is called the Zoom Where It Happened, and here's how it works. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Big Brother House is going virtual. In each round, you will be connected to a Zoom call. In each call, you'll be able to see 19 of the 20 Big Brother All-Stars. It is your job to figure out which house guest has their camera turned off. When you think you know the answer, buzz in. The last person to buzz in with the correct answer each round will be eliminated from the competition. The last house guest will win the golden power of veto. Are you ready to play the Zoom Where It Happened?
This competition is going to be hard. We don't have the memory wall to look at, so we have to remember everyone in the house from memory.
Okay, so like I shouldn't win this veto, but like I also kind of want to.
The correct answer is Matt. Sorry, Ross, you have been eliminated. The correct answer is Aaron. Sorry, Alex, you were the last answer and have been eliminated.
I really wanted to win this one. My alliance still probably has this one, but I want to win something and feel like I'm not just being dragged along.
The correct answer is Julia. Bella, you were incorrect and have been eliminated.
I'm so bad at this. I buzzed in with the wrong answer and I knew it was wrong as soon as I did.
We're down to Anthony V, Caitlin, and Reza.
I think I rushed that one. This might be it for me.
The correct answer is Juliet. I'm sorry, Reza. You were incorrect and have been eliminated from the competition. We are down to Anthony V and Caitlin.
Me and K-Power are the last two left. Streaks.
I'm staring at the screen and legit cannot figure this one out.
The correct answer is Maeve, which means congratulations, Anthony V. You have won the golden power of veto.
I'm happy Anthony won. I think he's a good person to win because he'll probably take Ross down. He wants Grace out, and I just think he very much enjoys winning, like more than most people, so he's probably happy.
Bruh, I'm not happy. I did not want to win. I thought I lost that.
After Anthony V wins the veto, Reza immediately reaches out to him, reminding him of the deal they made back in week 2. Reza says that if he doesn't use the veto to save him, he better have his vote to stay, as well as the extended protection. Anthony says that he will be good, no matter what he does with the veto.
I'm pretty sure my safety is secured. Now I'm trying to save Grace too.
Why is Reza lecturing me on honoring my deal with Bella? I never made one with her, and he never played with her. I did 2 times.
Anthony V checks in with Bella to confirm what she would like him to do with the veto. Bella says that he needs to save Ross. Anthony says that he will, and he isn't asking any more questions. Bella then begins her tirade around the house, asking each and every person if they would vote out Grace if she put her up. After all, it's what she deserves. Everyone that she talks to gives a wishy-washy answer, as they honestly don't know yet. They are a little uncomfortable that Bella is so easy to go back on her word.
I want Grace to stay. This isn't ideal. If she goes, I might be getting nominated soon, and not as a pawn.
Bella's totally contradicting herself right now, and nothing she's saying is even close to swaying me. Not because I don't care about her thoughts. I legitimately have an open mind, and I'm trying not to let paranoia about what else she's planning get in the way, but I can't help it.
I wonder what Anthony will do with the veto. He could save Ross and hopefully Grace goes up, or do nothing and Reza goes home.
If Bella puts me up, I will not hesitate to expose her ass. Accusations, exposing deals, and all. No mercy.
Okay, me, because this veto is going to expose me. Should I not use it? Should I use it? Should or shan't? It's a great question. Hey everyone, it's time for the veto meeting. This is the veto meeting. Reza and Ross have been nominated for eviction, but I have the power to veto one of the nominations. I have decided to use the power veto on Ross. Bella, because I have just vetoed one of your nominations for eviction, you must now name a new houseguest as a replacement nominee.
My replacement nominee is Grace.
Remember when you asked me to give mutual safety for whoever was dethroned as HOH? And then we made the deal to keep each other safe?
LOL, shut up.
Glad to know you follow through on your deals.
This veto meeting is period.
Nope, it's not over. Before I'm evicted for literally no other reason than being part of Season 3, I have a few things to say. I know I can't stop you all from doing your so-called great plan, but I'm really not happy with how this has played out. It's been zero fun for me, for Grace, for Juliana, Reza, Dan, Kate, etc. It is so unfair that you all are ruining the season when we have done nothing against all of you.
Then win power.
We have, 4 times. Yet we're all still on the bottom.
Luke, you being on the bottom of the house has nothing to do with the other people.
Well, in this case it does. You all saw how I just got screwed and how she won't hesitate to do the same to you as soon as it benefits her. If I did this, the house would be in an uproar and I would go home, but because it's her, no one cares.
Nothing we ever do changes the fact that we are on the bottom.
And I really couldn't give a damn about how you all play. Do your thing. Our issue is when people don't act when they have the chance. It's a game. Take a risk. Don't just watch and wait for your eviction and feel good about it because you made it to jury. You're just standing by and letting it happen.
No one is playing or thinking for themselves. This has been the most mentally exhausting and draining 16 days of my Big Brother experience. I just can't not stand up for myself anymore. It's so tiring.
My hands are shaking from how absolutely pissed I am. I just wanted to put up a good showing, and now I can't even do that. All because someone can't follow through. What a deal. Words cannot express the amount of anger I feel at how unfair this game turned out to be. I played a good game, and I'm only going home because of a goddamn baseless vendetta.
I can't anymore. Like, it's ridiculous. They're definitely all talking badly about us, but I don't care. Anyone who doesn't see what's wrong with what's happening is delusional.
I am simply so annoyed with Luke, Juliana, Grace, and Reza. They are such hypocrites for saying what they did. I'm just so annoyed that they're saying that we made the game this way, when they literally made this game this way. They literally made everyone who wasn't working with them band together because they were after people. Like, no one said that Season 3 had to work together and play together, but they decided to do that.
After the veto meeting, Bella stands up and says to the group how it was so cute what Grace, Luke, Reza, and Juliana just tried to pull. They already knew everything they told them. Ha! How stupid. Season 3 are such hypocrites, and it's infuriating. Unfortunately for Bella, no one is responding. At all.
I have no regrets. If it ruins my game, it was worth it, but I don't think it will.
Lamau, imagine being Grace. Couldn't be me.
Poor Grace. That's actually so sad if she goes home. I still don't know if she will, but it's still so mean.
I really respect Grace for doing that. It was badass and the kind of game I want this season to be.
Everyone breaks off from the group and begins having their own conversations about the house meeting. Julia and Caitlin branch off, talking about how Season 3 made some really good points. Initially, the two of them were targeting Dan and Kate because they were trying to backdoor them. But now, there isn't really a reason, and it does seem unfair. They feel bad about how the season has gone. As far as the eviction, they say that they are both on good terms with Grace, whereas they haven't heard much from Reza.
I really don't like that Grace is up, and I don't want to vote her out. Maybe I can talk to people and sway them, but I also don't want to lose any alliances.
James, Maeve, Anthony H., and Alex also talk. They say that they know that they started the group, but its purpose was just to make sure that they had the numbers to blindside Dan. They didn't mean for it to go on like this, but it just kinda did, and it worked. But now, they see how horrible the remaining Season 3 people feel about the game, and they all agree that it's been really screwed up. They also say that Bella clearly can't be trusted, and she needs to go ASAP. James throws out the idea of flipping the vote back and actually keeping Grace, hopefully being able to work with Juliana again to make this happen and officially turn on Bella. They all say they like this idea, but need to think it over more in the next day or two.
Bella, that was pathetic. Totally pathetic. She approaches us with such a cavalier attitude, and it is not appreciated. She's outlived her usefulness.
Why is everyone giving so much credit to Bella? I love the girl and all, but in this season, what has she really done to be that much of a topic? Like, the reason for this big alliance is mostly Anthony Hayes, James, and I.
Erin, who is also fed up with everything that's been going on, and has been waiting to stir the pot for weeks now, finally makes her move. She goes to Luke, Juliana, and Reza, the three people she expects to still be here at the end of the week, and spills literally everything. She confirms that there is a majority alliance with everyone in the house except them four. She confirms that people have been throwing comps to stay in power. She confirms that the votes have never been close to flipping because they were already on the same page. The three of them are at a loss for words that people have actually been playing the game like this. Erin says, though, that she's done with it all, and she wants to flip.
This is literally the best thing I've ever done.
I love Erin. This could be the turnaround. I'm gonna do a little dancey dance.
Erin tells Anthony V what she has just done. At first, Anthony goes absolutely berserk. But after a moment of thinking about it, he says that this is probably a really good thing. They have to pray that the three of them don't use this against them to get more allies. But other than that, this places them right in the middle.
Okay, so yes, I could be exposed like tomorrow, but at the same time, I didn't expect to not be exposed right away. So the fact I pulled this off for just a day is what I call a success.
Anthony V talks to Luke, Juliana, and Reza about this further. He tells them that he is bored with the season as well, and talks about wanting to go to the Final Five with the three of them and Erin. Luke says that he and Erin were the first people to reach out and help them, and he is absolutely on board. Erin and Anthony weren't the only ones to reach out though. After having it boil and bubble up for a couple of weeks now, James and Alex pull Juliana aside and give the whole truth. Yes, Bella and Ross have certainly been front-runner proponents for taking out Season 3 one at a time, but Anthony H has actually been the driving force behind it. Right now, he's looking to use Season 3 as well, but they don't know if he's actually sincere. He's been driving the train for a while now. Juliana, who is absolutely furious that Anthony H has been lying the whole time, says that if Bella is somehow safe for the next eviction, Anthony H will be the next target.
Basically, I exposed everything to Juliana. I'm fed up with Bella and Anthony H running the show, and honestly, it's kinda unfair to pretty much everyone else. I'm so bipolar. I literally loved Bella yesterday, and now I have a vengeance against her. Try to make me a pawn one more time, Bella. See what happens.
I can feel some change hopefully coming our way, so this could be a turning point. Perhaps I can make less narcissistic diary rooms and talk less about how much I hate everyone. Don't worry, I'm sure there will still be plenty of people to shit on. Like this. Anthony Hayes is a little bitch.
Alex DiGiacomo and Bella DeShays are destined to be enemies in the game of Big Brother. I tried so hard, guys, I swear.
With the eviction nearing, everyone is spinning. No one is sure of whether or not they would like to keep Grace as a driving force against Bella and evict Reza since they haven't talked with him one-on-one, or if they should keep Reza as the lesser threat and take out the competition threat that is Grace. No one is telling anyone anything, and everyone is targeting someone different. The game has been blown wide open.
It's gonna take a damn miracle to get me out of this week alive. Hopefully Anthony H can pull through and successfully guilt trip enough people. I have no idea how strong his moral compass is, but hopefully it's enough.
I'm so conflicted. Do I stay loyal to Bella and evict Grace, or do I take a little risk and evict Reza?
Reza or Grace, one of them will be leaving the house tonight, but they will not be the only one. Let's head to the living room to announce tonight's double eviction. House guests, I hope you're all well tonight. Now, as all-stars, you should all know how this game works by now. Well, you shouldn't be shocked to find out that tonight is the first double eviction of the season. That's right, before the night is up, 2 of you will be evicted from the Big Brother house. So with absolutely no time to waste, it's time to begin the first live vote of the evening. Reza, Grace, in just moments your housemates will cast their votes to evict. But before they do, you each have a final chance to sway their votes with one brief statement. Reza, you're up first tonight.
Hi everyone. My plea is pretty simple today. I hope you keep me around because I've, 1, been open to anyone who's wanted to work together, and 2, stay true to my word, whether it be in this season or my original one. Also here to wish Grace the best.
Thank you, Reza. Grace, you're up.
Hi everyone! It honestly really sucks to be up here. I'd like to ask you to keep me in the game because, as you've seen, I play a loyal, honest game. I've upheld every promise I've made, and I've always been upfront about how I play the game, which is with loyalty and respect for my fellow players. I really haven't been much of a comp threat. I still very much want to be here in this game. I absolutely refuse to say anything bad against Reza, so I wish all the best to him and to you guys as you make your decision. If you choose to keep me, I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you both. It's now time for the live vote to begin. The head of household is not allowed to vote. Neither are the two nominees. One at a time, the rest of you will enter the diary room and cast your vote to evict. Julia, you're up first tonight. Please head to the diary room. Julia has agreed that Grace has no reason to go home. But will she end up sticking with the large group? Hi, Julia. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Reza.
Caitlin and Julia are attached at the hip. If Julia voted to keep Grace, then Caitlin probably will too. Hi, Caitlin. Please cast your vote to evict.
I sadly vote to evict Reza.
Anthony does not agree that Grace should have gone up this week. So, will he vote to keep her? Hi, Anthony. Please cast your vote to evict.
I, unfortunately, sadly vote to evict Grace.
Maeve just mentioned that she was conflicted with her vote this week. Hi, Maeve. Please cast your vote to evict.
I sadly vote to evict Grace.
The vote is currently 2 votes to evict Reza and 2 votes to evict Grace. Alex's eyes are now set on Anthony Hayes. But in this eviction, who will he evict? Hi, Alex. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Grace.
For being such a large target, James has gotten away from this eviction scot-free again. Hi, James. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Grace.
3 out of the last 4 evictions, Erin has talked about flipping the vote. But will tonight be the night that she finally makes that move? Hi, Erin. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote for Grace.
For being a loyal ally to Bella, Ross should follow through on her ruthless plan to backdoor Grace. Hi, Ross. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Grace.
It's 2 Season 3 members on the block. So which way did the other Season 3 members decide to vote? Hi, Juliana. Please cast your vote to evict.
No, it hurts too bad.
Juliana, I need your vote.
Grace.
It's official. With 7 votes to evict Grace, Grace will be the first person to leave the house tonight. But let's see how the other votes fall. Hi, Anthony. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Grace.
Although in this big alliance, Emma has successfully managed to make no ripples at all. Hi, Emma. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Grace.
Grace sacrificed her HOH reign so that Luke could have safety this week. But voting Grace out could be Luke's only option right now. Hi, Luke. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Grace.
David made a deal with Reza back in week 2 to keep him safe. So will David honor that deal tonight and vote out Grace? Hi, David. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Grace.
All of the votes are in. Let's give the news to the house guests. House guests, all of the votes are in. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guest will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather his or her belongings, and walk out the front door. By a vote of 11 to 2, Grace, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
In my Season 3 exit speech, I talked about how much of a joy it was to play the game. I'm sad to admit that I can't say the same for this season. I've played a hell of a game and I'm proud of that. I honestly don't believe that I deserve to go this early, but what can I say? I got snaked. I'll leave you all with this. You've all heard the talk about certain people controlling the game. I hate to have to leave the house because of a baseless vendetta, and when it's you, I can assure you that you won't be happy either. I hope that the circumstances surrounding my eviction have finally shown you that these certain people can't and shouldn't be trusted. Don't just lay down at their feet. Fight back, because you have the numbers and you can damn well still turn it around. Best of luck to Reza going forward. I genuinely mean that. Thank you for inviting me back, production. You're the absolute best. See you on the flip side.
Grace, this was a crazy week. You tried everything you could to have all 4 of the Season 3 members stay in the game this week. We all just saw what happened after the veto meeting. The house exploded. What are your thoughts on how that turned out?
That was actually probably the most fun I had this season in the house. You'll see in Season 3, if you watched, all my DRs were about how I was going to hell for playing this game, and about how my conscience was preventing me from doing anything. I had no such qualms this season, and that's why I did what I did. Obviously it didn't work out well for me, since obviously I'm here in this eviction interview, so yeah, it didn't go well. But I'm glad that I got to cause at least a little chaos in the house before I left, because that was fun. It was fun watching the house explode.
Do you wish you distanced yourself from Season 3 a bit more in the beginning of the game?
Honestly, I don't know if it would have made a difference overall. We didn't even have an overt Season 3 alliance in the first 3 weeks, and yet 2 of the first 3 people evicted were Dan and Kate. So, I don't know if it would have made a difference either way in my case. But I am glad. Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't wish I had distanced myself, because I ended up in a strong group of 4 people, including myself, who were loyal to each other. And that's something I didn't have in Season 3, because I thought I had Dan and Kate, but they were off doing stuff with Juliana, which is funny, because I didn't talk to Juliana at all in Season 3, and she ended up being one of my closest allies here. So yeah, I don't wish I had distanced myself, because it probably wouldn't have affected the result either way, and I got to be in a strong alliance.
As a hero, you made one of the most heroic moves that anyone has made in the history of Big Brother. You put your game on the line to risk safety for everyone else in your alliance. Why did you do this, and do you have any regrets about it?
Why did I do it? I mean, first of all, I don't have any regrets. I think early on in Season 3, I was established as a comp threat, and that reputation carried over to this season, even though I only won, 2 out of 8 comps I played in. Yeah, so that comp beast reputation carried over. So I don't know how good my chances would have been from the beginning. And the minute Bella won HOH, we all knew the 4 of us staying was going to be a long shot. But like I said before, we were in a strong alliance. Bella won HOH. Juliana was freaking out that she was going to go home, so me and a couple other people, we came up with this plan. We knew it was a long shot. It relied on odds, basically. I had to get picked for the veto, and I had to win. And I didn't. And we knew if that happened, Bella wasn't going to honor her plan, her deal. So I think I did it because I think the 3 of them can go far. I think they have the means to, and they have the drive to. And I think they will. And I am glad that I was part of it, that I gave them the chance to. So no, I don't have any regrets about it, because it was a long shot for all of us to stay either way, and they can go far. And I hope they do. And if I couldn't win, I hope one of the 3 of them does.
Well, Grace, in the event that you were the one evicted tonight, your former housemates taped some goodbye messages for you. Take a look over here.
Grace, I'm sorry we had to evict you. You're just getting too good at these comps. You almost won that battle of the block we were competing in against each other single-handedly. I just saw you as too big of a comp threat moving forward. And I'm really going to miss having you in the house. You're the only one that gets my WWE references. It was a pleasure playing the game with you, and I hope to see you on the flip side.
Grace, I'm sorry it had to go down like this. I mean, you said you weren't good at comps, but I mean, you are. You are pretty good at comps, and it's not a bad thing, but it's just too dangerous to keep around. But, good game. You're a very nice person, very honest, so, yeah.
Hey Grace, I'm sorry to see you go this week, and I thought you might be a little sad too. So, we have a special guest appearance from my cactus, Orch, new member of the family, and we just wanted to say that you played a great game, and we're gonna miss you in the Big Brother house. Bye-bye.
Hi, Grace. Everything I said in our text were 100% true. I love the way you played the game, and having that just respect for the game is something I'm really going to miss moving forward. It was a very difficult position you were put in, and I'm very sorry that I had to go through it. But like you said, it's just the game. I think that's awesome. I love that gameplay. I love that about you. So I'm really going to miss you moving forward. Bye.
Grace, I'm so sorry you were evicted. I literally feel so bad. I mean, like, either way, season 3 person was going home because fan behavior. They're literally obsessed with you. They're jealous of you. They're jealous of us. It's, like, weird. Like, get out, This is what I have to say. Wait, but first, before that, I just want to say that you're literally, like, our savior. You're like Jesus. You died for the sins of the people in the house, and you died so that we could go on, and I love you. So anyways, here we go. You get the idea. I love you. Mwah.
Bye, Grace. I'm so sorry that this is how it had to end. I'm happy that I was able to stick by you till the end because you definitely deserve to be here, and we definitely wanted you to stick around for a lot longer. You were such a great player, such a loyal player. I'm so sad to see you go so soon.
Hi, Grace. I'm so upset with how this ended, especially with how it ended for you. But I'm so glad that I stayed confident in our alliance, and we were able to kind of have that little thing going at the end. But I just wish that we could have pulled through and carried that into further rounds. But I'm gonna miss you a lot, and you were definitely one of the most trustworthy people that I worked with.
Grace, truly and deeply, thank you so much for coming back to play the season. It is always so much fun having you. When we return, a new head of household will be crowned to begin an entire week of Big Brother before the night is up. Stay with us. Welcome back to Double Eviction Night on Big Brother. It is now time to crown a new head of household. Free from the threat of eviction, the HOH must immediately nominate 2 house guests for eviction. Let's head to the backyard to get this competition started. House guests, the power is back up for grabs. Bella, as outgoing head of household, you are not eligible to compete tonight. This competition is called In Grave Danger, and here's how it works. You will all be presented with a series of questions pertaining to the season thus far. The answer will either be A or B. If you are incorrect, you will be eliminated from the competition. The last single person left standing will be the sole head of household tonight. To be clear, there will not be 2 heads of household tonight because there will be no Heroes vs. Villains competition. If there is more than 1 person left standing after 7 rounds, we will go to a tiebreaker question. Does everyone understand? Alright, then it's time for question 1. Question 1. The first house guest to be nominated for a second time this season was A. Dan or B. Juliet. The correct answer is A. The following people have been eliminated: Luke, Anthony Hayes, Reza, Maeve, Ross, and Alex. All of you please reset and step down. And everyone please reset as we go into question 2. Question 2. In Bird Brained, the tiebreaker question was between 2 A. Heroes or B. villains? The correct answer is B. Anthony Ventresca. You are incorrect. Please reset and step down. Question 3. Across all the evictions from this season, which house guest has received the most cumulative votes? Is it A. Juliet or B. Matt? The correct answer is B. Emma, Juliana, and David. You are out of the competition. Question 4. In holding on for a hero, which evicted house guest made it the farthest in the comp? Was it A. Kate or B. Dan? The correct answer is A, which means congratulations, Julia. You are the new head of household. Everyone, please head inside. Julia, you have just a few minutes to make your nominations. So, Julia is the new head of household, and with her being one of the only 2 votes to evict Reza, anything can happen. Stay with us. Welcome back to Double Eviction Night on Big Brother. Julia just became the new head of household and must now immediately nominate 2 house guests for eviction. Let's head to the living room for the live nomination ceremony. House guests, I need everyone in the living room right now. It's time for the live nomination ceremony. Julia, as head of household, it is now your responsibility to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. Please stand at the head of the room, face your housemates, and make your 2 nominations.
Hi guys, I'm sorry this was so spur of the moment. I really don't know who to put up right now as I don't have really bad blood with anyone. The 2 people I've chosen are just 2 players I've not necessarily worked super close with. So I'm so sorry. No hard feelings to either of you. I wish you the best of luck. The 2 nominees I've decided to put up are Reza and Emma.
Emma and Reza, you 2 have been nominated for eviction, but you will have one final chance to save yourselves in the Power of Veto competition. When we return, will the Power of Veto save either Emma or Reza from eviction? Stay with us. Welcome back to Double Eviction Night on Big Brother. Julia has just nominated Emma and Reza for eviction, and now the 3 of them, plus Bella, Juliana, and Alex, who were chosen by random draw during the commercial break, will now compete in the Power of Veto competition. Let's head to the backyard to get it started. House guests, it's time for the live Power of Veto competition. The winner of this competition will have the opportunity to remove one of Julia's nominees from the block. This competition is called Scary Dairy, and here's how it works. On the screen in front of you, you will see a phrase that is scrambled up. As quickly as you can, you must unscramble the phrase and lock in the correct unscrambled phrase. The first house guest to do so will score a point, and the first house guest to 3 points will win the Golden Power of Veto and must immediately decide what they will do with it. Does everyone understand? Alright, then let's play Scary Dairy. Reza is correct and scores his first point. Alex is correct and scores a point. Bella scores a point. And Emma scores her first point. Julia is correct and scores her first point. Julia is correct again and now has 2 points and is in the lead. Emma now also has 2 points. She and Julia just need 1 more to win. Emma is correct again, which means congratulations, Emma! You have won the Golden Power of Veto. Everyone, please head inside. The live veto meeting and eviction starts in just a few minutes. So, with Emma undoubtedly saving herself, who will Julia put up in her place? Stay with us. Welcome back to Double Eviction Night on Big Brother. Emma has just won the Power of Veto, and it's now time for the live veto meeting to begin. Let's head inside to see what happens. Houseguests, I need everyone to gather back in the living room. It's time for the live veto meeting to begin. Emma and Reza, you have been nominated for eviction, but Emma has earned the power to veto one of the nominations. Emma, please stand, face your housemates, and announce what you will do with the veto.
I have decided to use the power of veto on myself.
Thank you, Emma. Julia, since Emma has just vetoed one of your nominations for eviction, you must now name a new house guest as the replacement nominee. Please stand, face your housemates, and make your decision.
Anthony Hayes.
Anthony Hayes, please take a seat in the empty nomination chair. Thank you all. I'll be back in just a moment to begin tonight's second live vote and eviction. Anthony H. and Reza are on the block. Which one will be shown the door? Stay with us. Welcome back to Double Eviction Night on Big Brother. Anthony Hayes and Reza are tonight's second set of nominees. Let's head back to the living room to begin tonight's second eviction. House guests, it's time to begin tonight's second live vote and eviction. Anthony H., Reza, in just moments your housemates will once again cast their votes to evict. But before they do, you each have a final chance to sway their votes with one brief statement. Anthony, you're up first.
Oh, I forgot we had to give this, but please keep me. I guess I've enjoyed this competition and you guys are sorta cool.
Thank you, Anthony. Reza, you're up.
Let's run it back. Earlier today, I talked about staying true to my word and being willing to work with anyone. That hasn't changed in the last 40-ish minutes, thankfully. I appreciate you all.
Thank you both. It's time for the live vote to begin. The two nominees are not allowed to vote. Julia, as current HOH, you will only vote in the event of a tie. One at a time, the rest of you will enter the diary room and cast your vote to evict. Juliana, you're up first tonight. Please head to the diary room. Juliana has seen Anthony Hayes as a threat for the past few weeks, and against her Season 3 Alliance member, her vote should be obvious. Hi, Juliana, please cast your vote to evict.
Anthony.
Maeve has been one of Anthony Hayes' closest allies, but in the heat of a double eviction, will she choose to evict him? Hi, Maeve, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Reza.
Alex has been looking to get Hayes out of the game, so tonight might be his opportunity. Hi, Alex, please cast your vote to evict.
Oh my god, I vote to evict Anthony.
With Julia nominating both Anthony and Reza, Caitlin's vote is up in the air tonight. Hi, Caitlin, please cast your vote to evict.
I sadly vote to evict Reza.
The vote is currently 2 votes to evict Anthony Hayes and 2 votes to evict Reza. Luke will undoubtedly keep his Season 3 Alliance member in Reza. Hi Luke, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Anthony.
Bella has had her eyes set on season 3 for a long time now, but will she use tonight to break up the big alliance? Hi Bella, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Anthony Hayes.
Emma was nearly on the block tonight for eviction, so after winning the power of veto, which nominee will she choose to evict? Hi Emma, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Anthony H.
David kept his deal to Reza already once tonight. Will he honor it again? Hi David, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Anthony.
James now has the opportunity to blindside Anthony Hayes once again 2 seasons in a row. Hi James, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Anthony.
It's official, with 7 votes to evict Anthony Hayes will be leaving the house tonight. But let's see how the other votes fall. Hi Ross, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Anthony H.
Erin just spilled the beans of the entire alliance to Reza and Juliana and Luke, so it wouldn't make sense for her to evict Reza tonight. Hi Erin, please cast your vote to evict.
Anthony H.
With the house against Anthony Hayes, will Anthony Ventresca take the chance to become the sole Anthony? Hi Anthony, please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Anthony Hayes.
All of the votes are in. Let's give the news to the house guests. House guests, all of the votes are in. When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guest will have just a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather his belongings, and walk out the front door. By a vote of 10-2, Anthony Hayes, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Well, guys, it was nice while it lasted. I should have seen this coming, but that's totally alright. There's obviously a herd mentality here, and there's not much I can do about it, but it was nice competing with all of you. You had the opportunity, and I understand that. Just remember, it matters not what you've done, but what you do with what you've done for others. Thank you.
Anthony, we have a lot to unpack. Take a seat. I have some questions. So firstly, you created this majority alliance that ran the past few weeks, and you ended up being the first to turn. Why was that?
Yes, I did kind of create the alliance, and it did kind of run the house, and I was also the first one to turn, yeah. So, I have a couple reasons. The first one, it was angering me. So, I created it with the intention, as I've been updated possibly, the misleading intention of removing Dan. And as time went on, I began to realize that these people had way too much of, an intent to get out this season 3 people. They were just totally fine people. There wasn't really anything concerning. And it became like a chore. Okay, we're going to evict Dan. You know what? I was on board with that. We're going to evict Kate. All right, maybe that too. Then we're going to evict Grace, and then Reza, and then Luke, and Juliana. And it's just... It was aggravating. It's just ruining the season for no reason other than what? For what? I don't know. The same thing happened in season 4. In season 4, I was also the first one to turn. I get sick of normalcy. I get sick of a lack of spontaneity, I guess. I want liveliness. I want excitedness, and none of that was happening. It was just...
So our viewers at home didn't see much of what happened during the double eviction, but I can confirm that you just volunteered to go up as a pawn. Why did you do that?
Yes, I did volunteer to go up as a pawn. And again, I guess there's kind of 2 reasons. The first reason, I was sick of Season 3 people going up. It was just exhausting. Oh, let's do the same backdoor technique that we've done how many times now? Like 3 or 4 times? And to do what? Like, Luke and Juliana were not, like, at the top of the house. They weren't posing any major threat. I mean, Luke probably would have nominated me, but they weren't, like, a threat. Like, I didn't have any chance of getting out. So I didn't understand why there was any need to get them out. So I volunteered to go up as a pawn, one, for that reason. And I know I was too comfortable. I remember I texted my DR actually, like, if I get voted out, like, maybe I deserve it. Like, this maybe wasn't the wisest decision. But I also volunteered to go up as a pawn because I knew that the alliance had to end. Regardless of whether I stayed in the game or not, it was a drain to the entire experience. So I figured the vote, which I was ultimately correct about, the vote would destroy things. Some people would vote to keep me. Some people would vote me out. It didn't work out for me, but I still got the same thing done. I still broke up that alliance. So that was my reasoning there.
Who do you think is ultimately responsible for you sitting here right now?
Who's ultimately responsible for me being here? Now that's interesting, because who actually did it is different from who's taking the credit for it. So while James would like me to think that this was his master play, I understand that it was not. I also understand that he's told me a bunch of people were actually the engineers of it, that it was David and Anthony and Aaron and Alex and Juliana, which is okay. But I think ultimately, and I have to give a lot of credit to them because I think it was a very smart move, I think it was Anthony and Aaron. And while there may be some concerns later on after my eviction about their antics, I thought that move was excellent. It was really smart. It was well executed. They got the timing right. They were able to communicate with a lot of people in that short period, and they were able to, I guess, flip a lot of votes. So I'd say Anthony and Aaron, they're deserving of the credit there.
Well, Anthony, because you were the one evicted tonight, your former housemates taped some goodbye messages for you. Take a look.
Hey, Anthony. I don't really know what to say. I mean, we did play a good game. Definitely some questioning going on there, but I mean, it's alright. You're good, don't worry.
Anthony, my main man, I'm sorry we had to evict you. It's just that you were kind of getting in the way of my game, if that makes sense. Instead of allowing us to target one of the bigger targets, such as Juliana and Luke, you decided to play it safe and take out Reza when we had the opportunity, we had the votes. So you're getting in the way, and that means that you might get in my way later on when it's even more important. And then you're just too eager to be on the block. So in my mind, that meant that you're getting a little bit too comfortable in the game. And you should never be comfortable in this game. And that's why you're sitting next to Julie.
Bye, Anthony. I'm so sorry to see you go. I'm sorry. I'm actually... What's like the... You know what I mean.
Anthony, what a whirlwind! Oh my god. Obviously, I'm actually gonna miss having you in the game. A hit to the LARPers is a hit to us all, I promise. I'm really impressed by how much power you amassed in the beginning of the game. I really am, but it made me scared of you. I know I was just one of the mob in this one, but it was something that I chose, and I'm sorry. Bye.
Goodbye, Anthony. Bye, Anthony. Bye. See ya, Anthony.
Anthony Hayes! I'm so mad at you. I'm so mad at you. Yeah, I'm mad. You're dumb. Dumb. I'm just mad. Anyway, here's this.
Smear coochie.
Oh, hell no. I hate men.
What up, baby?
Oh, God.
Oh, Anthony, I'm so sad. I'm so sorry that it was my HOH that was the one to get you out. It's so sad to see not only a great player, but one of my closest allies going as well. Thank you so much for all the support and all the encouragement. I'm so happy that we were able to get close throughout this game.
Well, Anthony, I think you came into the season with something to prove, and I think you proved whatever you needed to. You played a killer game this season. You should be very proud of yourself. Stay right there. We are now down to 14 house guests left in the game. Tune in next time to find out which 2 house guests become the new heads of household, and which 4 house guests they nominate for eviction to compete in the Heroes vs. Villains competition. Then, another Power of Veto competition plays out, and next Tuesday, another house guest is evicted from the game. Check our YouTube page for other videos, including our rankings for the final 16. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at BigBrother_SS for more details on upcoming episodes. For now, let's eavesdrop on the house guests. From outside the Big Brother house, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Good night.